Most people believe you need a job offer before you can move to Europe. And because of that belief, they never even try. They apply online, get rejected, feel stuck, and slowly, the dream fades. But what if I told you there's a country in Europe that actually allows you to enter first, and then find a job? Not later. Not maybe. But legally, on the ground. This is the surprising truth about Portugal's job seeker visa in 2026. And if you understand how it really works, you could turn months of rejection into real opportunities. Let me tell you a story. Ethan, a 29-year-old from Texas, had been applying for jobs across Europe for over a year. Dozens of applications. Almost zero responses. And every time, it came down to the same problem. Do you already have work authorization in Europe? The answer was no. And that one answer kept closing doors. Ethan was frustrated. He had skills, experience, motivation, but he was locked out. Until one night, everything changed. He discovered Portugal's job seeker visa dia. At first, it sounded risky. Move without a job. What if it doesn't work? What if he runs out of money? But he kept digging. And what he found changed his entire perspective. 6 months later, Ethan was living in Lisbon, attending interviews, building connections, and eventually landed a job that changed his career. So how did he do it? And more importantly, how can you do it in 2026? Let's break it down step by step. But here's the problem. Most people hear about job seeker visas and misunderstand them completely. They think it's easy, or they think it's impossible. And both assumptions are wrong. Because this is not about luck. It's about strategy. So first, what is Portugal's job seeker visa? In simple terms, it allows you to enter Portugal and stay for a limited period while you search for a job. No job offer required before arrival. But here's where it gets interesting. This visa is designed for people who are serious about working. Not tourists. Not explorers. Professionals. And that changes everything. Because your preparation determines your outcome. Now, let's talk about eligibility. Most people get this wrong, but here's why. They think anyone can apply. That's not true. You need to show that you are capable of finding a job. That means education, skills, and experience matter. But here's the surprising truth. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be relevant. Let's go back to Ethan. He wasn't a top executive, but he had experience in digital marketing. And Portugal has a growing tech and digital sector. That alignment made the difference. So here's your first insight. Your skills must match market demand. Now let's talk about financial proof. This is where things get serious. Portugal wants to know one thing. Can you support yourself while searching for a job? Because if you can't, you'll become a risk. So you need to show sufficient funds. Usually enough to cover several months of living expenses. And here's the truth. Portugal is more affordable than many Western European countries. But this is where it gets dangerous. Many applicants underestimate their expenses. Rent, food, transport. It adds up. So always plan beyond the minimum. Now let's talk about documents. Because this is where most applications fail. You'll need a valid passport, proof of funds, accommodation, details, health insurance, and sometimes, a clean criminal record. Sounds simple. But, here's the problem. One mistake can delay or reject your application. And most people don't realize this until it's too late. So double-check everything. Now let's move to the process. And this is where people feel overwhelmed. But I'm going to simplify it. Step 1. Prepare your documents carefully. Not just collect them, but organize them professionally. Step 2. Apply through the Portuguese consulate or embassy, depending on your country. Step 3. Wait for approval. And yes, this is the hardest part. Because uncertainty creates stress. But here's the truth. A strong application increases your chances significantly. Step 4. Travel to Portugal. And this is where everything becomes real. You're no longer planning. You're executing. But here's the part most people don't prepare for. What happens after you arrive? Because getting the visa is only half the journey. Finding a job is the real challenge. And this is where strategy separates success from failure. Let me introduce you to Jessica. She arrived in Portugal with high hopes. But her first month was tough. She applied to dozens of jobs online. No responses. Frustration started building. But then something changed. She stopped applying blindly and started networking. LinkedIn, local meetups, professional groups. That was a case. And within weeks, interviews started coming in. That's the difference. Effort versus smart effort. So here's your second insight. Networking is not optional. It's essential. Now let's talk about the job market. Because this is where opportunity meets reality. Portugal has growing sectors. Technology, tourism, customer support, remote services. But here's the catch. Competition exists. And language can be a factor. English-speaking jobs are available, but limited. So learning basic Portuguese can give you an advantage. Now, let's talk about benefits. Because this is where the opportunity becomes clear. First, legal entry into Europe to find work. That's huge. Second, once you secure a job, you can transition to a residence permit, which means long-term stability. Third, access to the Schengen area. Travel across Europe freely. But here's the surprising truth. Many people use Portugal as a starting point. They gain experience, then expand their career across Europe. That's the hidden strategy. Now let's address the biggest fear. What if I don't find a job? This is where emotional stakes come in. Time is limited. Money is limited. Pressure builds. And that's real. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Success depends on preparation. If you arrive unprepared, you struggle. If you arrive with a plan, you adapt. Ethan prepared his resume, researched companies, built connections before arriving. And that made the difference. Now let's talk about timeline. The visa usually allows you to stay for a few months, which means every day matters. So here's the strategy. Week 1, settle in, organize. Week 2, start applying and networking. Week 3 and beyond, interviews, follow-ups, adjustments. Because speed matters. Now let's bring everything together. Portugal's job seeker visa is not just a visa. It's an opportunity. A chance to break into the European job market. A chance to transform your career. A chance to build a global future. But here's the truth. It's not easy. It's not guaranteed. And it's not for everyone. But for those who prepare, it can change everything. Ethan went from rejection emails to working in Europe. Jessica went from frustration to success. And now, the question is, what about you? Because most people will watch this, feel inspired, and do nothing. But a small percentage will act. They'll prepare, apply, take the risk, and change their future. So here's your next step. Start building your profile today. Upgrade your skills. Prepare your documents. Because opportunities like this don't wait forever. And if this guide helped you understand the real strategy behind Portugal's job seeker visa, make sure you subscribe. Because we're uncovering more global opportunities, smarter career strategies, and pathways that most people never discover. Your future is not limited by where you are today. It's defined by what you decide next. And now, you know exactly where to start.